Double.
Trigger.
Aha, y'all on the road, put your giant right to take
They
over.
will like it.
Y'all on the road, be Papa come here again. Y'all on the road, Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all on the road, Mama Joe come here again. Who on the road, see Tisha come here again. Now they walk on Treasure, coming soon. Better move on the road. I say you're better move your road. It's about to get away. Only about to get away. We come here again. Who wanna roll Cdc come here again. Who wanna roll job, we are coming again.
Hello to you, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the CDC Hour. The CDC Hour is a 60-minute package of activities in the Congress for Democratic Change and other national issues that affect the fabric of our country. Today is Monday, July 7, 2025, and we are discussing very important topics today. We will be continuing with our reconciliation in the CDC, our unity within the CDC, and also some development activities that happened in the CDC government, especially in the infrastructure sector. We're talking about roads, and then other issues affecting our country. My name is Ishaka Sharif, and I will be right back after the event of our theme song.
Why don't you shake your body? Yeah. Shake your body. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and welcome to the show. If you are there watching, please begin to share the show. Share the show to your friends who are watching. Today is Monday, July 7. We will continue as usual with the issue of reconciliation and unity within the Congress for Democratic Change. It's an everyday thing. It is an everyday thing once we are on this radio because it is important. Nothing is much more important than reconciliation and unity within the CDC because it is on that bare rock that the CDC will come back to power because people people from different facets of the country are beginning to realize that the country is going in the wrong direction, the country is going the wrong way, and so there is a compelling need for stakeholders within the CDC and also the grassroots population to reconcile and unite the party around one purpose, and that purpose is to launch a stint at the presidency in 2029. And that's why we're here. We will continue to be here every day to inform you on giving national issues on the hot topics that are around the block, especially within the Congress for Democratic Change, a political party second to none, the biggest political party in the country, arguably because of its grassroots following. And so, as you are listening to the show, continue to relax and enjoy yourselves and continue to share the show because it is only through this medium you are informed because this is the biggest political party show you can find in the country right now to listen to because it promises. It has a lot of promises, it has a lot of information, it has a lot of education, and sometimes entertainment as well. That's it's not about music, but it's about how you enjoy the program. And so this is where we are. Um, when we're talking about reconciliation within the Congress for Democratic Change, we are talking about a process of national healing within the CDC. Because once we are healed, once we have people who will uh, say the truth head on to our people in the communities, who will reconcile with them, who sometimes will apologize to them for some of the things that may have happened. Uh, at the end of the day, I think the party can become one, and people will see compelling reason to to continue to support the party. Okay, but what I think is that at this point, seditions all across the country, what has happened has happened. This is a spilled milk now. We cannot we cannot so much hold this as a malice against our own party and continue to hold the party down, because the current people in power are doing even worse. Are there people going against them? I don't think so. You find, in all of the around the government, in all facets of the government, there is corruption. In all facets of the government, there is a breakdown in the rule of law. There's a breakdown in the system, but they continue to stand with their government. They continue to stand with their political institution, the Unity Party. And so I think we seditionists, we should not be much, uh, adhesive, meaning we should not be people who will be disunited, so that our party cannot feel the brunt. Okay, in these contemporary times, right? There is now a rivalry between the CDC and the Unity Party, right? Between the CDC and the Unity Party. And so it is incumbent upon us seditionists, in order to hold that rivalry intact, to hold that rivalry to our chest. We should not join other people to 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 disrespect the sanctity of our institution. Because, when we talk about rivalry, it is everywhere. It is in football, it is in political party politics, it is everywhere. For example, one of the major rivalries in the game of soccer, football in the world, is uh, between Real Madrid and Barcelona. You cannot find you cannot find a Barcelona fan or a Real Madrid fan supporting each other. It is very, very difficult, sometimes very impossible. Okay, so another big rivalry, right, is Boca Juniors and River Plate in Argentina. So those are football teams whose rivalry have reached an alarming proportion. And so it is in politics. Right now, we have uh, the SLPP and the APC in Sierra Leone, right? The Sierra Leone People's Party and the All People Congress in Sierra Leone. Then in Nigeria, you have uh, PDP and I think APC. Yes, APC in Nigeria. In Ghana, you have the NPP, the New Patriotic Party, and the NDC, the National Democratic Congress or Coalition in Ghana, right? In Liberia, we have the Unity Party and the Congress for Democratic Change. That does not mean that in those countries there are no other political parties, right? Uh, in Nigeria, there are over 100 political parties. There are over 100 political parties. In Ghana, there are over 30 to 50 political parties. In Liberia, there are over 20 political parties. But the rivalry is always between the top two. And Liberia is gradually settling for a two-party state in our multi-party democracy. Now, if you are a sedition out there, do not support Unity Party. No, do not support Unity Party. It was at a certain time, it will be an abomination for Unity Party to support you. And it is now an abomination for a UP person to support the CDC. I'm being real and honest. Okay? Go out there, go in the communities and interview members of the Unity Party. They look at CDC very disdainfully. Then why should you support them? Why should you support them? No, you don't have to do that. Create a condition of a rivalry between you and the Unity Party. Because after the Unity Party, it is the CDC that will come to power. Trust me on that. There is no way that a different political party will come to power in this country beside the CDC after the Unity Party. And these two parties will change leadership of the country years from now. I mean 20 years, 25 years, 30 years from now, the leadership of the country is going to be between the Congress for Democratic Change and the Unity Party. There will be other political parties here who will uh, support either of these two political parties during elections. Okay, but to say a different political, any of those uh, other political parties will come, from the blue sky and just win an election, I don't see it. And so, seditions, I'm speaking to you. This is a CDC show. This is a CDC show. So anybody who calls here as of today to say, to talk any, let me say, nonsense, and I will cut you off. I will cut you off. I'm real with that. I'm real about that. So if you call here and you cannot uh, provide the necessary intellectual uh, argument on this show, but you decide to insult, to denigrate people, I will cut you up. Nobody say you should be only a sedition to call. No, that's not what I'm talking about. There are non-seditions being calling on the show. But once you cross the red line and call to denigrate other people, I will cut you off and I will place a block out on you. You will never call on this show to contribute anything. I mean it. This is a CDC show. If you are there on the live feed on Facebook, continue to share the show. Continue to share the show. Chris Barkley, John Mona Tucker, share the show. Maurice Kamara, Wallace, Johnny, it is Johnny Lane or Johnny Lone, something like that. I'm not seeing it too very clearly. Vinicius Junior Bar, share the show. Okay, continue to share the show. This is a CDC show. So, like I was saying, there is a need to unite this party. Our leaders are already discussing that. We have been in chat rooms and discussing it at the highest level. So we can go to our people. We can go to our people and again to make them to understand that the CDC is their party. Is their party, and there should be no need to go against this party. When you wake up in the morning as a citizen, right? When you wake up in the morning and you see your fellow citizen, say, Madam, my sister, my brother, good morning. Let us unite. Let us put the past behind us. And let us have a common front. Let us chart a new course in the history of this party. Let us chart a new course in the history of this party. By the way, for those who are running around the place every day CDC will never come back to power. CDC will never come back to power. Leave them. Leave them with their opinions. It is their right to say so, but that cannot make them right because uh, if anybody who says that CDC cannot come back to power, it means they should go back in their mother's stomach because uh, the country after election was divided by 20,563 votes. Just 20,563 votes separates the country. And if you ask people now, if you go to an election today for the presidency of this country, those 20,563 votes are no more there. They have been wiped out. And so it will be a very tense election, especially with the way people are governing. The government is proceeding, especially with the way corruption has become so pervasive in the government. Over 25 to 30 different public institutions are inundated into corruption. Every day we hear about different corruption issues. So that should be a compelling reason. Let me say again, that should be a compelling reason for citizens to unite around one purpose. The one purpose we are uniting around is the fact that we want George Weah and the CDC to win election in 2029. We believe, given our governance records, given our records when we were in power, we believe strongly the lesson or the lessons we are learning, the lessons we have learned, we believe strongly that George Weah getting a second opportunity, a second coming, a second term will be a better president. He will be a better president because no matter how good you are, there is always a room for improvement. We are not perfect. There were semblances or examples of imperfection in our government, like these other people are doing, where they are doing more harm to the country than good. There were some challenges during our administration. Oh, yes, there were challenges during our administrations. But some of those challenges were beginning to get corrected, especially at the latter stages during the end of the administration. But many Liberians could not understand that. Uh, if you follow the records of the CDC in government, yes, we led for 6 years, just 6 years of governance. After spending 12 years in opposition, we led for 6 years. But during those 6 years of our leadership, being at the helm of the national decision making and public policy of our country, we did better. We did better than this mess you are seeing here. Okay? As a matter of fact, right? There were a lot of misinformation, disinformation against our government. People rallied around lies, deceptions, disinformation to lobby in the international circle to damage the image of the CDC government. And that is the reason why when we took on the responsibility to to re-image the battered image of the government at the end of the CDC administration, I think that was just little too late. Yes, I can admit to that. During the latter stages of the administration, there were a lot of different corrective measures taken, right? Uh, I would not say corrective measures, but there were measures taken to re-image the government's image, right? Because the opposition then, who are now in power, doing all of the nasty things, took upon themselves the lobby with international partners they lobby with their friendly forces within the U.S. government and in the U.S. Congress, as a matter of fact, right? To 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 dampen the image of the CDC government. And so there were a lot of damage done from 2018 to 2021, compounded compounded by the 2 years the coronavirus took away from the government. George Weah technically, right, worked for 3 years because the last year was about election. There was nothing meaningful. And even in this Joseph Walker administration, the last year in 2029, there will be nothing meaningful done by the government because we would have been in election year. This government will be thinking about election. They'll be thinking about different things, and they will not be able to implement capital projects and what have you. And so that was the situation in which we found ourselves. Today, this government does not have any epidemic. They do not have any pandemic, right? In 2018, when George Weah took power, in less than no time, there was a pandemic. A pandemic is a global health crisis. We had a global health crisis during which even international partners could not help to a larger extent because some of those countries that had those multilateral institutions that should help the country were also battling COVID, right? Like the United States. You understand me? Like the United States, the Italy, in fact, the entire European Union, right, were battered. One of the most battered country of the COVID was Italy. Italy, Poland, the United Kingdom, and a lot of different countries that had helped Liberia before were confronted with the COVID uh, virus. So as a result, the resources they were sending to Liberia became strained. And so they decided not to help. They decided not to help, right? Unlike uh, Ebola, during the Ebola, it was concentrated just in the Mano River Union and maybe other few countries around this place here. And so there were a lot of international goodwill that came to the country because those countries that served international goodwill did not have Ebola. But in the case of the COVID, all of the countries, almost all of the 193 countries of the international community were fighting COVID. So who will help you? People had their own problems. Other countries had their own health crisis. Other people had their own health crisis. And so they could not turn to you. They could not abandon their citizens to turn to you. No, they couldn't do that. They took the responsibility of solving their own problems. And so seditions rally around one purpose. When you rally around one purpose to bring the CDC back to power, there's going to be a whole different ball game. We're going to be a better government. We're going to be a better government. For example, a lot of people who were assistant ministers, deputy ministers who had learned, in the curve are going to do even better because they already have the experience. President George Weah coming back to the presidency will be a better president because he already knows the game now. He has lobbied. He has seen a lot of friends, made friends, and gone all around the world seeking assistance for the country. And again, his stock, his international stock, has increased, especially when he handed over power right after the election, even without the tally of the final results. Okay. So as a result of that, George Weah will be a better president. His talk has increased around the world, even in the country, right? When you come back to Liberia, George Weah is almost like the president, right? Joe Baka is sitting in the executive mansion as president of the country, not having the people on his side. But when George Weah hits the street, you know what happens. Okay, so seditions. Let us unite around this common purpose. This is a revolution we cannot sacrifice. We will never be here. This revolution be sacrificed. No, we will never do that because we took oath. We took oath to protect this revolution. This is our party. This is, it was our government. Are we proud of what we did as a government? Yes, we are proud of what we did as a government. And that is because when we talk about infrastructure development, we can we can count on a lot of development projects that we took when we carry on. For example, let's come to Montserrat. Look, the Ministry of Public Works was the engine behind the infrastructure development of the country under George Weah. Okay, we had two ministers there. The first one was the late Mobutu Vlad Nimpan. May peace be unto his ashes. He was the Minister of Public Works from the beginning of the Weah government, and then after he passed out, appointed was Minister Ruth Coker Collins, and together they did an extremely marvelous job because Ruth was the deputy minister for technical services under Mobutu. Okay, Joseph Todd was deputy minister for administration. Okay, Clarence Wilson, assistant minister for technical services, and the rest of the people. Uh, Bantu. Benjamin Bantu was deputy minister for uh, rural development and community services. So together they did a marvelous job. And seditions, when the guys are lying to you, when the guys are deceiving you, they will often tell you the CDC did nothing. CDC did nothing in this country. CDC stole money. CDC did that. CDC did this. Look, it is intended to confuse you because they want you to follow them. Who told you they don't want you? They want you to follow them, to leave the CDC and follow them. And that's how they deceive you, to put you under the impression that the CDC government did nothing for Liberia. But today, we'll be looking at the infrastructure sector under the Ministry of Public Works. For example, county of roads that were constructed, right? The road name, the length of the road in kilometer, the actual length of the road paved in kilometer from January 2018 to December 2023. Seditions, listen to this. Listen to this. County of implementation, community and urban roads and city streets. Number one, in Montserrat County, Tusa Field U curve, 2.6 kilometer, that road, and the 2.6 kilometers were paved. And you find that road in Montserrat County. Number two, New Georgia Gulf to Bannersville Estate, Area F. It is 2.3 kilometers of road. And the government paved those 2.3 kilometers. And you find that road in Montserrat County. Number three, sections of the Carwell-Dixville Road, 1.25 kilometers was left, and the government paved the 1.25 kilometer. You find that road in Montserrat County. Number four, ELWA Rehab Community Roads. The entire ELWA Rehab Community and its environs is 5.0 kilometers. You find that in Montserrat County. And the 5.0 kilometer of that road was paved. Number five, the Banga Broad Street is 1.0 kilometer. and the 1.0 kilometers, 1.0 kilometer was paved in Bond County. In Chugbo Road, Montserrat County, 1.2 kilometers. Okay, the 1.2 kilometers was paved in Montserrat County. Number 7, the Buchanan Fairground Road. It is 1.5 kilometers, and the 1.5 kilometers of that road was done in Grand Bassa County. Number 8, the Rehab Community Road, 0.7 kilometers, again, Montserrat County. It was done, 0.7 kilometers. Number 9, Smoxy Market to Town Hall, patient shop. Smoxy Market to Town Hall to patient shop. That road is 2.5 kilometers, right? And it was paved. The 2.5 kilometers was paved. And you find that road in Montserrat County. Then you have number 10, Doison Saint Beach Asphalt Pavement Road. It is 1.7 kilometers. That is Margibi County. The 1.7 kilometers was completed. Number 11, the Sophie Road. Sophie Road is in Montserrat County, right? 1.4 kilometers. The Sophie Road. The 1.4 kilometers was completed. Number 12, Soul Clinic Road, 4.2 kilometers. The Soul Clinic Road is 4.2 kilometers, and 1.5 kilometers was done. And you find that in Montserrat County. Number 13, Peace Island Road, or 540. It is 2.95 kilometers, right? And 1.5 kilometers were done. And you find that road in Montserrat County. Then we have Weaver Street, also in Montserrat County, 0.37 kilometers, and the 0.37 kilometer was paved and completed. Then we have Bonja Community Road, 0.47 kilometers, right? And the 0.47 kilometers was completed. You find that in Montserrat County. Then we have ERWA Ara 2 Community Asphalt Road Pavement, right? 1.2 kilometers. The 1.2 kilometers was paved and completed, and in Montserrat County. Then you have VOA Community Asphalt Pavement. That road is 1.5 kilometers, and we have that 1.5 kilometer paved and completed in Montserrat County. Then we have Manitama Road. The Manitama Road in Montserrat County is 1.9 kilometers, and the 1.9 kilometers was paved and completed. Then we have Copper Farm Jangaba Road. It is 1.3 kilometers. The 1.3 kilometers was paved and completed. Then we have number 20, the Morris's Farm Road. The 3.2 kilometers and the 3.2 kilometers was paved and completed. Number 21, the Banja Community Road in Brewerville. 3.0 kilometers, the Banja Community Road, right? 2.5 kilometers was paved. The in Montserrat County. Then number 22, Necklace Town Road is 2.7 kilometers. We did 0.1 kilometers. Then we have ERWA Rehab Community Roads Extension, 2.70 kilometers, and the 2.770 kilometer was completed. Number 24, Keyhole Community Road on the old road, 1.20 kilometers, and we did 1.20 kilometers and completed it. Number 25, Kissy Camp Community Road, 0.38 kilometers, and it was paved. 0.38 kilometer was paved. Number 26, Marshall Road Project, 21.0 kilometers, the Marshall Road. We did 5.0 kilometers in Margibi County. Cooper Farm Rehab Road, 0.5 kilometers, and we paved the 0.5 kilometers. Number 28, Delia Cage Corner School Road, 1.16 kilometers. And we completed the 1.16 kilometers in Margibi County. Then we have the Pipeline Road, 6.50 kilometers pipeline. And we paved 6.50 kilometers and completed it. Number 30, Kakata City Streets, 8.7 kilometers. We did not do that road in Margibi County. Uh, then we have Chucky Taylor Road, Archbishop Michael Francis Road. It is 1.80 kilometers. And we paved and completed a 1.80 kilometers in Monserrado County. Then the Voca Mission Road, 1.8 kilometers. And we paved and completed the 1.8 kilometers in Monserrado County. Logantown Broad Street, 1.8 kilometers. We paved and completed the 1.8 kilometers. Dry Rest Market of Johnsonfield to Mount Barclay Road, 11.5 kilometers. We paved 11.1 kilometers of that road in Monserrado County. Then Johnsonville to Mount Coffee Water Plant is 11.5 kilometers, and we did 1.5 kilometers. Dole Community Road, 2.7. We completed a 2.7, right, in Monserrado County. 14 Military Hospital Road. It is 1.8 kilometers. And after the construction of the hospital, we completed the 1.8 kilometers there. Riverview Simple Bridge to Hotel Africa Road is 1.5 kilometers, right? And we did it, 1.5 kilometers, Monserrado County. Then we have 12 Houses Road Bypass, 12 Houses Bypass Road. It is 2.0 kilometers. We paved and completed the 2.0 kilometers. Number 40, right? 24th Street Road to the beach side is 1.0 kilometers. And we paved the 1.0 kilometers. Then we have Weaver Street to Methodist Church to Police Academy Road, 0.8 kilometers. We paved and completed the 0.8 kilometers. Yes. Cowfield Road, 0.8 kilometers, and we paved and completed the 0.8 kilometers. Then we have Benson Hospital Road, 0.8 kilometers. We paved and completed the 0.8 kilometers. St. Kizito to Red Light Road is 0.8 kilometers, and we completed the 0.8 kilometers. Dwaka Road opposite EAW Hospital Junction, right? 2.5 kilometers. We paved and completed the 2.5 kilometers in Monserrado County. The ELWA Road, 2.5 kilometers, and we completed the 2.5 kilometers. Then we have Barclayville City Streets, chip sealing, 2.5 kilometers. We did that in Grand Cru, right? Then we have here Fanti-Town Road, right? 0.65 kilometers, and we completed a 0.65 kilometers of that road. Total of kilometers 171.8 kilometers, and we completed 96.4 kilometers. Now, those were roads. Those were community roads that we were just talking about to a larger extent. Those were community roads to a larger extent. Now, there are other roads. That we talk about on Wednesday. There are other roads we'll talk about on Wednesday and other issues. Okay? On Wednesday. We will inform you adequately on other information on roads like the Ganta to Seclepier, Ganta to Saniquili, from Cape Mount to, I mean, from Medina to Rubbersport, where we'll be talking about, I mean, other different interventions we made. We'll be talking about that. Also, the ERWA junction to RIA Road. We'll be talking about that on Wednesday. So these are some of the intervention. Okay, somebody just talk about SD. Yeah, the SD Cooper Road. Yes, the SD Cooper Road. Okay, so uh, these are some of the roads, the road projects we did. Uh, so if you know about any road that I did not include in this, you can make a contribution on the live feed. You can name that road on the live feed, and we will inform our people. So community roads alone, right? That we did was 96.4 kilometers. But people will come here and look you citizens in the eyes and tell you CDC government did nothing. That is in addition to what? To all, I mean, to the, it is in addition to economic roads, to road in economic zones like the Banga to Salaye Road, the 81 kilometers that we did. Ganta to Seclepier, Ganta to Saniquili. And so imagine those roads that we did. I'm just talking about road. We will just, Dauda Sharif says, hello, dear brother. I'm just coming to class. Dauda Sharif, I was just enumerating some of the roads that we did, some of the interventions we did on roads in this country during the CDC administration. So we will continue. So Wednesday, you should come to class sooner in order for us to inform you adequately. This show is informative. It's very, very informative. It's very, very informative, and so there is a compelling need that you take upon yourself to be coming to class. So you can begin to share the show. Dawuda, share the show. Stephen, Dennis, share the show so that we can have more people watching. Ibrahim Bashiru Nye, share the video. Share the video, Ibrahim Bashiru Nye. Share the video, Ibrahim Bashiru Nye. Share the video. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. Share the video so that other people can watch. So, if you're there in Radio Land, you're listening to the CDC Hour on Kings FM 88.5 and Kings Facebook live feed. If you are on the feed, you are watching the CDC Hour. This is second to none, the biggest political party show in the country with me, Ishaka Sherif. You can begin to place your calls now on 0772 239933, 0886 304497, or the lone female line on 0777 980375. Again, 0772 239933, 086 304497, 304497, 0777 980375. So you can place your calls in now as we're here to take them. This is the CDC Hour you're listening to. Do we have any caller on the line? I think we have the first caller. Good evening, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from? And let's hear you 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening, Ishaka Saria. I'm Oscar Darius Zipper calling from Pastor in Nima County.
Oh, yes. Talk to Seditians, my brother.
Yeah, Ishaka, we love this program and we can really enjoy it. But one thing that I want to tell our citizens and our leaders, Motorado is not Liberia. This is good information that you are passing to us is still something in Motorado. So I want to make a recommendation to you people in the social media. that you people should make it possible. At least in every country you can select two radio stations so they can be relating the information to our people. Because the good information that is passing is not reaching to everybody. You know, we who on social media while we are watching it. And but if we have a radio station here that they are relaying your program, it will be fun.
Thank
So I
you.
want for you to recommend to KSM or radio station and Freedom so they can look for some one or two radio stations in all of this country so they can be relating the good program so we can know what we're saying.
Okay,
Because
thank you
you
so
know,
much.
information is not when information is not passing, people I don't know what is unfolding.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your contribution. Let's go to the next caller. Hello. Okay, we don't have a caller yet. Do we have? Yes, we have one. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you in 1 minute. Talk to Seditious, my brother.
Yes, my name is Samuel P. Johnson, calling you from Panavero County Community. Yes, Xavier left and the former president Xavier left government. I think during his administration, at least we should applaud him when it comes to road construction. At least he try his best. But my brother, the problem that the Liberian people are having with the president we have was friendship government that was poor president we have government. Because during the time, see Madam Macaulay was to NTA, pay all of the NTA down, and people thought the Nigeria refused to dismay Macaulay.
All that one behind us, my brother. We're talking about national unity within the CDC. We're talking about coming together. These people are doing, the current people are doing worse, my brother. But our people are not leaving them. So the best thing we can do is to come together. Do we have another caller? So we can understand some of the issues, but we're talking about reconciliation within the CDC. People have lamented from the day we lost the election. Okay, I think we have another caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evenings. Is that CDC Pape?
Yeah.
Talk to seditians and let's hear you. Tell them something.
Okay. My message to the citizen is not ordinary citizen. But we the ordinary day, we are suffering. The other people get the money so they try to help us. I told you last week. Now room business give me out they won't put me and my children there also. Where we go as citizen? So people can ask me, City Baby, that you the one person, City can help you. I say, where I go? If I go so no, I go so no way. I know all of them. I get their normal name. I can't grade. I get it normal. I get
I think you have to take your time to.
All the people got there, but when you call the people, no answer you.
No, you got to take your time to go to some of those people and tell them your problem. Some of them will not answer strange calls. Even United Party people don't answer strange call, Papi. So you got to take your time to find some of them and lay your problem to them. They will help you. Okay, let's have another caller here. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you. Talk to seditians.
Yeah, I'm Peter W. Castle. I come from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. To my fellow sedition, I think this is a time that we need to unify. We need to come together. See, when you look at just say Waka government, they did not come to govern, they came to fight. So we as a sedition, we need to recalibrate. We need to unify and build a strong and a force to battle them. So if you have any differences with the party or anybody within the political party of CDC, we are calling upon you and that for the sake of peace and unity, and come by, let us unify and recalibrate and to in unity to battle just like Mabwaka. Because when you cross and then when you do a cross analysis across the Liberian society, you get to realize that commonly people have realized that CDC is the best alternative. So this is the time for us to come together and rebuild and really fight against this particular government so that come 2029 you can succeed, in taking up.
Okay, thank you so much for the show, for the call.
Hello?
I mean, hello.
Yeah, this is George Kanaka calling from Kessedy Boulevard.
Josh Kanaka, talk to Seditious.
Yeah, I tell the good part government thank you. They did well. And the project that they carry on, everything was fine. So I want you at the call. Because my first time calling, I've been listening this show, but I hardly call. So I just desire to call. I'm a physician.
Oh, thank you so much, and we appreciate your support over the years. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Ishaka Sherry.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you in 1 minute. Talk to Seditious.
Well, by way of introduction, this is Mohammed Bonzo for Farmer Jr. And I call from the Somali Justice South on Akko headquarters. Well, Ishaka, I just want to say this on the radio. Had one previous caller, said,
You are frozen. You are frozen. So
yes. Good evening, Ishaka.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you very much, Ishaka. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from Apropos Corner, Down Coast Hill, Winter Community. Ishaka, thank you very much. Just in addition to the number of rules that you were naming, one of the popular rules is from ESW Junction to Coca-Cola Factory. I wonder you name that.
No, I did not name that.
Okay, for ESW Junction to Coca-Cola Factory is one of the rules that is now being, is now being used, publicly used by Liberians as we speak, that gave the face to Liberia today. Ishaka, thank you. I call to commend you for your good work. If we name those things, and people who were telling us yesterday that road we in when we see them running with road today, then it becomes hypocritical to us. But however, most of all the decisions, we let ourselves to be carried away with propaganda. That's why we get us to where we are today. But when it comes to development, we did extremely well, and we must be proud of our achievement. Thank you very much. Keep enlightening us, and we will be working behind the scene to bring the reawakening the spirit of CDC.
Thank you so much. Let's take another caller. Hello. So you can continue placing your calls. Hello.
hello.
Yeah, hello. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Talk to
dear mentor, have a call Ishaka, the firebrand intellectual of the Martin Coalition for Democratic, the Martin Congress for Democratic Change, and for the recommendation for the public and Pocket Robert. And I don't use this evening for on.
Hey, Poker, you're freezing. You're freezing. You got to shake up a little bit. Shake up a little bit and call back, Poker.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Am I clear now?
Yeah, I think you're better. You're better.
Yeah. I said thank you. Thank you very much for the level of faculty and tenacity. And you always have everything in the interest of our previous party. And we'll always see you as a mentor. But the issue, the thing is very clear that President, we are far away from this inept press. For me, I'm not calling president for the benefit of that would say president. The inept president, the irresponsible president, somebody that don't know his direction, has lost direction, and he is directionless to the progress of Liberian people. But we know what? Thank God the Liberian people are here for themselves. We said it before and we said it again, but they said, we were speaking on party sentiment. But now you can see the.
Oh, we've lost him. Your network continues. So you can call us. You can keep calling us on 0772 239933, 0772 239933, 0886 4497 4497. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, let's hear you in a minute.
Yeah, I'm Alexander Fixe, calling from Marsha.
Yeah, talk to Seditious.
Yeah, brother, this whole government, this Unity Party government, they're full of lies. And that's why they are moving around, deceiving people that don't understand politics.
Yes, but we're grateful to God that the truth are then revealed, that God is exposing all their evil deeds. We bless God that CDC was able to make a mark, and that mark will remain. Nothing can change it. Yes, and we hope that by the grace of God, 2029, George, we are going to ascend the presidency again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very sweet and short. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, let's hear you. Talk to Seditions.
How is this about Ernest calling from right his community? You forgot about one of the roads. As a certain road lives opposite the Company Park, south the sea is get to Congo Town, bad road there, another road, but you forgot about that one. I was trying to remind you. Our government did well, but the propagandists were too high for this country, and other people fell prey to it. But now we are seeing the truth. So God will bless President we are whosoever that think evil against him, God will continue to bless him into right. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for calling. 772239933. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Ishaga.
Yes, good evening. Let's hear you in 1 minute.
Yes.
Talk to Seditions.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed Bonzo Fafana Jr. Well, I just want to tell the division this evening that we shouldn't panic. These people that are in power, they came in power with lies. And the lies, they didn't really, work really because of the result. 20,000 people voted for President we are. I don't want to say a person that lies whole, they put lies with people, they didn't lie to us. We voted for President we are. The one player would say that a very sugar is Nimba. Yeah, it's Nimba. But who always saying, the poor lies, no, we voted for we are. 20,000 votes is just a clean vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take the last three calls. Hello?
How are you?
I'm doing good. Let's hear you. Talk to Seditions. Take 1 minute to do that because we don't have time.
Precisely. I know very well. I haven't called your show before this month. Get you. Anyway, thank you very much for the show. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. You're loud and clear.
Yeah, this is J. Henry 9. I call you from Fenel.
Okay.
You see, I appreciate the show so much to the extent that I don't know how to express myself. But having said that, I think this show has been there ever since from the genesis of the legend of the now. But nevertheless, it's not for we have to do it. But you see, the information arm of our is the higher question.
Wow.
But that still and we got a hurricane. You know, see, they did it to us June 7 up to now. I mean, from the day Jordan became president, our president, up to the time he left power, they've been behind us on day one. Up to now, we haven't had that particular information arm to actually work and seriously to the point that they will be able to be a threat, no tip for the particular government. So we are getting delinquency now. You understand? So we have to actually work hard. The information arm of the CDC have to work. Those are in the diaspora, they have to actually come together to have them, they start working. They have to go to the warehouse or whatsoever they can do. And after the same thing they get to us, we have to do the same thing. If we don't do so, at the end of the day, we'll be getting mad for the second time. I don't want for it to happen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We have another caller? No. So we don't have time. We have just 1 minute. So thank you so much to the callers. Your opinions were unanimous about unity within the CDC and also being proud in the development agenda of President George Weah during his 6 years in power. And so let's begin to chart a new course of unity and togetherness within the Congress for Democratic Change, because it is only through which we can come back to power. It has been a very marvelous show for the last 1 hour here on King's FM 88.5. Every good thing must come to an end. And based on that, we have come to the end of this, of today's edition of the CDC Hour. The next time you see us here will be on Wednesday, when we shall have come here with more blissful information for your consumption. Until then, I'm your presenter, Ishiaka Sherif, and the next time you see me, will be on Wednesday. I thank you. Bye bye.